Welcome to the PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got Week 2 highlights, Week 3 previews, and 3 quick questions with
Mackie McDuffy, Iosia Iosia, Danny Bettencourt
from the Patriots. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by FPS Design. Graphic and web design, sports marketing, and more. Go to fpsdesignstudios.com. Also by Hat Tricks Music. Writing, recording, and production. Go to hattricksmusic.com for more info. For this week's 3 quick questions, we've got Mackie McDuffy, Iosia, and Danny Bettencourt from the South Bay Patriots. Let's start with Mackie McDuffy. Mackie, you've been around a few years. Why do you still play?
Just for the love of the game, coming out, beating them.
What do you love most about the game?
Man, just the physicalness of it. You know, to come out from the teammates, you know, just being able to come out and play.
What teams are you looking forward to playing the most and why?
The Rattlers. You know, we got to see them again down the line. You know, the Fury, man, they bring the best out of us every time, you know. It's going to be a dog fight when we come up there in a couple weeks, but, you know, that's the game I'm really looking forward to playing as the Fury.
Thanks, Mackie. Next up, Iosia. Iosia, what are you focused on as a player?
To help everybody else on the line eat. I know there's only one person out there, but you need a whole line to eat. And that's what my most focus is on.
That's cool. Does your family come and see you play?
Hell no, they don't love me that much. Take a shot here. Ah!
And what do you love most about the game?
Need new people. Don't turn up the parking lot. If you play semi-pro, you get to come to these. But you don't.
Thanks, Sia. Next up, Danny Bettencourt. Danny, what teams are you looking forward to playing and why?
The team that we play that week. It's a team that we look forward to playing and challenging ourselves against.
Okay. Grass or turf?
It's well-kept grass, definitely grass.
Did you always play the same position or did you start elsewhere?
Well, I'm a soccer player, so
Well, that explains a lot.
being a kicker is just as important as any other position.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Nah, I'm just kidding. Everybody knows a good kicker's worth their weight in gold. How do you approach the position?
I take the position very serious and have much respect. It's its own art in itself. Kickers.
Thanks, Danny, and good luck to the Patriots on the rest of their season. Now let's get to some highlights. In the first quarter, the Kings punt the ball to the Pats. But a missed tackle results in Kenny Pope taking it 56 yards for the score. But the Kings come right back and AJ Chambers hits Joey Reyna for the touchdown. AJ hits George Carter for 2 and the Kings take the lead. The Pats cap a nice drive with this touchdown run by Havelock Pomele. But on the ensuing kickoff, Danny Bettencourt's squib bounces off a defender and the Pats recover. And they capitalize with this touchdown run by Vaughn Smith. And before the Kings get a chance to strike back, Christian Pelusian takes it to the house. And the Patriot defense starts to bring the pressure. And Jamie Jensen hits Amari Carr at the 22, who takes it the rest of the way for the touchdown. The Pats looked like they were going to score again, but David Johnson picks the ball to end the half. Feeling like they needed to make up some ground, the Kings tried an onside kick, but the Patriots recovered. The Patriots score again with the Jensen to Carr connection. And Jamie Jensen takes it in himself for 6. But the Kings have some fight left in them, and DeAndre Churchill hits Joey Reyna for the touchdown. The Patriots cap their scoring with this Ronnie Isles touchdown run and this Mackie McDuffy touchdown reception. Final score, Patriots 63, Kings 14. The Rattlers kicked off to the Stallions to start the game. Kenny Visor takes the ball up the middle and takes it to the house for the touchdown. The Stallions went for 2, but it was no good, giving them a 6-0 lead. The Rattlers were looking to strike, but Levi blocks and snatches the ball out of the air for the pick. The Rattlers defense immediately started to apply more pressure. And And finally, towards the end of the first quarter, the Rattlers offense started to move. Ronald Taylor hauls in this reception from Terrence Bell, and Carl Michaelon picks up a nice gain. And Terrence Bell caps the drive at the beginning of the second quarter with this sneak for a touchdown. Later in the quarter, Terrence Bell hits Primey Davis Jr. for this touchdown. After a Stallions fumble, Terrence Bell hits Lee Slaughter for this score. I'm convinced Kenny Beiser can do it all. Here, Jake Herringshaw hits him for the game. They just weren't able to turn it into points. Anthony Poole takes the ball on the reverse and takes it down into the red zone. And a few plays later, Terrence Bell hits Lee Slaughter for the touchdown. It's a game of inches, and Terrence Bell hits Ronald Taylor for the touchdown that's almost picked off. The rest of the game was a lot of rain and a lot of running. Here, Joe Ramos takes this one up the middle for the touchdown. And your final score is North Bay Rattlers 41, Silver State Stallions 6. From the smallest of buildings to the largest, the simplest to the most detailed, and everything in between, Crandall Roofing is the company for your next roofing job. New roof construction, re-roof, flat or sloped, commercial or residential, Crandall Roofing does it all. Schedule your free consultation today. Go to crandallroofing.com for more information. Crandall Roofing has you covered. After exchanging possessions, the Fury were the first to capitalize with this Zane Maxey pick six. On the next possession, having no luck throwing to the right, the Falcons throw to the left, and this time Genesis Grimes takes it back for the score. After a Fury fumble, the Falcons capitalize with Nate Harrison running it in for the touchdown. But the Fury answer back as Cody Allen hits Jeremiah Oates for the score. The Fury continued to move the ball as Cody Allen hits Joey Hewlen down the field, but he stopped just shy of the end zone to end the half. In the second half, Cody Allen hits Jeremiah Oates for their second touchdown of the day. Running back Matt Ajayi takes the Fury down the field. That helps to set up this Cody Allen touchdown pass to Kyle Providence. After a Falcons fumble on the 1-yard line, Matt Ajayi takes it in for the score. The Falcons were moving the ball down the field, and this screen pass gets them into field goal range to cap their score. And your final score is Capital City Fury 44, Delta Valley Falcons 9. In other scores around the league, after a first drive score by Martel Scoggins, the Lions and Sun Devils went back and forth for the first quarter. The Lions scored in the second quarter on a scoop and score by Brandon Harnett, and it was 12-0 at the half. In the second half, a Lions punt return for touchdown by Jorrick Calvin kick-started the wheels to come off for the Sun Devils, whose confidence was shaken and they couldn't pull themselves out of it. It devolved into a turnover fest where 3 different quarterbacks threw 9 picks. The Lions offense finished off with 4 touchdowns on the day, and your final score is NorCal Lions 46, California Sun Devils 0. The underdogs jumped out to a 6-0 lead as Clifton Sorrell hit Raymond Griffin for a touchdown. On the ensuing kickoff, Crawford Alfega returned it 42 yards, giving the Dogs favorable position. Nick Southern hit Devin Lewis for the touchdown to tie. That took it to overtime where Jesus Cabello kicked the game winner. And your final score is Fresno Dogs Elite 9, Sacramento Underdogs 6. And the Spartans defeated the Jets with a final score of 68-8. Let's take a look at the performers of the week. Walker Cabling is a professional structured cabling contractor that specializes in data center, copper cabling, and fiber optics. They provide custom infrastructure installations in order to help your company meet its communication needs. For more information, go to walkercabling.com.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
After 2 outstanding performances, the Patriots have emerged as one of the top teams, arguably the top team to beat this year. They are well balanced in all 3 phases of the game. Almost the same exact thing could be said about the Salinas Valley Spartans. The big difference, this will be the first Tier 1 team they've faced this year. Will they live up to the hype? The South Bay Patriots take on the Salinas Valley Spartans this Saturday, 1 o'clock, Rabobank Stadium in Salinas. The Sun Devils are a little schizophrenic right now and looking to stabilize things. The worst thing they can do is let their confidence stay shaken. They need to just go out there, chip away, and execute. After a rusty start to the season, the Rattlers look like they're starting to put things together. Can they continue that momentum and build consistency heading into Week 3? The California Sun Devils take on the North Bay Rattlers this Saturday at Windsor High School, 3 o'clock kickoff. Sponsored by Crandall Roofing. Crandall Roofing has you covered. The Lions head into Week 3 with a 1-1 record, but both those games were at home. The weather shouldn't be too much of a problem in Reno, but how will the Lions travel? The Stallions lost 2 heartbreakers on the road, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Will they keep their chin up for the home opener and pull off the win? The Lions take on the Stallions at Fernley High School, 1 o'clock this Saturday. Sponsored by Calneva Resort and Casino. Well, this matchup's going to be interesting. The Raiders had a good showing for 3 quarters against the Spartans in Week 1 and then had a Week 2 bye. Can they match the intensity for 4 quarters with a Sacramento Underdogs team who had a Week 1 bye and almost pulled out the win for their opener? To win, they'll need to minimize the turnovers that hurt them in the end. The Modesto Raiders take on the Sacramento Underdogs this Saturday, 6 o'clock at Highlands High School. A local matchup, the Fury take on the Kings. The Fury are off to a 2-0 start, but they're still shaking the rust off a short offseason from playing in a national championship. I know, high-class problems. The Kings' Week 1 performance was great on defense. Their Week 2 performance, better on offense. They're going to need to put both sides together and play a complete game to compete with the Fury. The Capital City Fury take on the Elk Grove Kings this Saturday, 7:15 kickoff at Bartholomew Sports Complex in Elk Grove. The Falcons at Jets is an intriguing matchup. The Falcons have shown flashes of the ability to be a really good team. What they need is consistency of execution and to minimize the turnovers. The Jets are harder to put your finger on. They had a strong Week 1 win, then a really bad Week 2 loss. Will the real Jets please stand up? The Delta Valley Falcons take on the Merced County Jets this Saturday at Windsor High School, 12 o'clock, part of a doubleheader with the Rattlers. Well, that's it for this week's episode. To get more information about the PCFL, catch up on stats or the latest news, go to thepcfl.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at the PCFL. If you're on Facebook, like our page and share the PCFL show links. And last but not least, subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That's youtube.com/PCFL Media. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.